2023. So guys, the Postal and Telecommunications Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe, POTRAZ, has issued a warning to the public regarding the use of unauthorized satellite internet service in the country. As SPACEX STARLINK equipment trickle into the Zimbabwean market, the regulator said possession or operating telecommunication equipment or systems without a valid license, certificate or authorization from POTRAZ is considered a legal offense. In a notice which was issued on social media, POTRAZ outlined the licensing framework for satellite internet service in Zimbabwe. According to current regulations, satellite internet can be provided by public network operators or foreign-based satellite service providers. Foreign providers can offer their services in Zimbabwe either through partnerships with licensed local network operators or by obtaining their own licenses. So guys, here's the full statement. The Postal and Telecommunications Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe, POTRAZ, regulates the provisions of postal and telecommunication services in Zimbabwe. The mandate of POTRAZ includes licensing of postal and telecommunication service providers and enforcement of compliance with license conditions and applicable laws for the sector. The licenses are issued in terms of the Postal and Telecommunications Act, Chapter 12.5. The Act is read with the Postal and Telecommunications Licensing Registration and Certification Regulations 2021. Under the current licensing framework, the provision of internet by means of satellite systems can be done by public network operators or by foreign-based satellite service providers or operators. A foreign-based satellite service provider or operator can offer services in Zimbabwe using any of the following options. Number 1, through duly licensed public network operators. Under this arrangement, the satellite operator and the local network operators enter a virtual network operator (VNO) agreement that must be approved by the authority to ensure that the public network operator meets legal and regulatory requirements stipulated in the license. Number 2, a satellite service provider operator can apply for their own license that would authorize them to provide services. Number 3, end users can apply for private network licenses which would authorize the utilization of external operated satellite systems. Number 3, the Act prohibits the provisions of telecommunication services or operation of telecommunication systems, including the possession or control of radio transmission equipment without a license, certificate or authorization expressly given by POTRAZ. Number 4, it has come to the attention of the authority that there are entities masquerading as licensed satellite services providers or local agents accredited to distribute customer premises equipment for the provisions of satellite-based internet services to unsuspecting members of the public. The public is reminded that only service providers who are licensed or authorized by POTRAZ are permitted at law to provide telecommunication services or distribute or install customer premises equipment for purposes of providing telecommunication services, including satellite-based broadband internet services to customers or end users. The public is further reminded that local licensed operators are only allowed to distribute satellite-based internet services if their VNO agreements have been approved by the authority. Being found in possession of or operating a telecommunication equipment or system without a valid license, certificate or authorization from POTRAZ is a statutory offense punishable at law. Be guided accordingly. So guys, that's the latest here, and so they are making it clear that SpaceX Starlink equipment is not allowed in Zimbabwe because in a license, or they're not even partnering up with local based network operators like Net1 or Telecel. Havana local partnership, Havana license they cooperate in Zimbabwe. So it means that if you are found using that SpaceX Starlink equipment, yes, unongotochukura mutemo no matter what POTRAZ munozona sei. In the comment section. This is weekly news roundup on Prince United Semi TV. Remember to like, share, comment and follow. In Zimbabwe everything is monopoly everything. I feel like the government needs to open up spaces. I mean, since 1980, Tingone one television station, ZBC, and I mean, they need to open up. They need to open up space, both radio, televisions, everywhere. We need to hear different views, different opinion from different broadcasters, not only one side of the story only. Come on, guys. And so the airspace needs to be opened up. We need to have many network providers so that better competition, it becomes cheaper again for the public to choose which internet to use, fast internet, 5G. We need to keep up with which is surrounding us, like Mozambique, South Africa, Botswana. I mean, Zimbabwe always backwards, because SpaceX is a good thing. Reason why, because you can go to Murewa or Binga or Bikita or Zaka, you can still have access to SpaceX, because I mean, I did my pose, I did a tambo or my boosters, and inengengori check kudara everywhere, inyanga, in wherever kwakadzikira kwakakwirira afana kukwira mugomo kuti ubate network. So SpaceX is a very, very good way for us Zimbabweans to have it, but it is what it is. The authorities are saying we can't use it. Reason why is because it's unauthorized by POTRAZ. Sometimes wonder kuti maybe vanenge vasina mashares, vanenge vasina maybe chauviri SpaceX iyo, saka I could tell you could ever one or two bingas angwane my shares or angwane maybe a link to SpaceX. I'll tell you could pass my statements. But anyway, this is weekly news roundup. Listen.